What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on F125, round number 21, nearly there for the end of the season. I kind of love doing 24 rounds because it actually gives us a big picture for like kind of the rest of the career mode, kind of in terms of like AI performance at every track. But it gets long. It gets very long. It gets long for you viewers and it gets long for me. But we're nearly there. Nearly there. If you didn't see last time in Mexico, we unfortunately DNF'd. Got a little bit too much on the grass coming out of turn number 3, and we got steering lock coming off the grass. So unfortunately, we DNF'd, and we didn't go out. We did go out swinging. We took both V cars with us as well. But because of that DNF, I think development's just going to get paused again. We've had a massive issue with pause of development recently, and it's going to continue. As we've got no way of actually getting to the finish line, which is always good. But of course, Las Vegas, next video, I'm very excited for Las Vegas. I do like the Las Vegas strip, and I kind of hope that we get P18. I just don't care about points finishes anymore. I just want to finish a Grand Prix. I don't think we finished the Grand Prix for ages. But to be fair, I like, well, what is it, 4 rounds left now? I'm pretty happy about this season. And we finally got the announcement of change of regulations. We got 8 weeks and it's going to affect 16 parts of our engine and 9 parts, I think, to the aero, which is going to be alright. We've got 8 weeks to do that. So if I wanted to research anything, yeah, that's not going to happen anymore. So we need to abort the part. Luckily, it does both the parts at the same time, so we can just do that straight away and get that done. My apologies for yawning. So yeah, I was looking at dual development. So I just purchased that straight away. I've been looking at it for a while now, and I think I just need to grab it. I think, especially for next season, as I'm planning on doing 10 races, as I've said in previous videos, I'm going off for a week. For the summer,
hey, Chief,
finally.
we've got multiple
No, I
parts
will
under
miss you guys.
research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got
Been
performance
looking
sitting
at
on the
the
table that we could be getting into the
shorts while
car.
I'm away. A lot of people really like the recreations at the moment. This is going to come out very much time in the future. As I do like
Hey,
doing it
Chief, we
more
have a
than
part or two ready for development because they're
one
finished
race and
research.
edit, one race
Let's
and
get that in
edit, one
motion,
race
shall
and
we?
it
Head to
gets a lot
engineering for
longer
more
than you
info.
think. But I'm just cancelling all these parts and just making sure that we can get the aborted parts done before anything gets done or manufactured, I should say. So we should be able to do powertrain before we go into the Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure it said that. Still
Been
making
chatting with
money
some
though,
of the
good
team.
profit.
They feel our
I think it
rivalry is
was a
getting a bit
million
more
or
heated.
900k because we
I'll keep you
purchased
up
a
to
little
date
bit
on how
more
it's all going.
facility upgrades, so more people are working. But if we go into development again, God, I'm a yawn today. Oh, it's been pushed back. Of course it has. It's not actually that cheap as well. It's quite expensive to import some parts. But yeah, just doing some of the powertrain. Of course, the powertrain is that big clunk that we had. So if we can get powertrain, we could be sorted. And I want to be next season. I want to be kind of like mid-pack, kind of close to like a top team. So McLaren have kind of fell off a little bit this season. So if we can be close to them next season, I mean, I'll take it because they're kind of like quite down in the order at the moment. So I will take it. Of course, I said we're driving as Mark Webber, as he has won here twice and retired here. I can't remember what. I cannot remember what year that was. Is it 2014? I want to say 2014. Probably 2015. I can't remember. I think I know it was before 2015. But yes, sprint qualifying up to the line. I'm a P14. And yeah, the car feels very nice. A little bit heavy, on the exit of corners, so it's very hard to put that gas on without getting any steering lock or even traction
And
being a
that's it
massive
for
issue.
sprint qualifying.
But Lando
Plenty
Norris on
more
pole,
coming up over
I
the
just said
rest of the
about
weekend.
McLaren being
So we'll see you
underperforming.
all
Lando Norris
tomorrow.
just went, nope, I'm performing today. And it's, to be fair, the McLaren isn't that good anymore. The McLaren is not that good. Franco Colapin's having the howler over qualifying, but I think he's showing the car is. And to be fair, I respect him being in front of a couple cars as well, which is never normally happens. Of course, we're kind of level pegging with Kick Sauber, but 5 red lights, 6 laps for the sprint. We've gone mediums just because of that tyre wear. 14th, where can we finish? It's like Elton, away we go. Very good reaction time from Doohan and Behrman and Carlos Sainz. Behrman going to get on my right hand side. No, we're just going to dive it down the inside of everybody that's overtaken us so far this video. And well, next sighting will be McLaren and the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin goes defensive to get that slipstream from Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri goes a lot far left than I thought he would, but very nicely can chuck it down the inside. A little bit of contact with the side pods, but I mean, nice and easy up the hill. We're gonna have the what's it called? The apex for that corner. We go off a little bit, just a little bit cold tyres. But our next victim is going to be Fernando Alonso. We need to get to Lewis Hamilton to get points, so we need to get our move on. But of course we've got 5 laps to do that, and the softs should drain a little bit more. But you can just see it coming out of that corner. Then we got a lot more wiggle on the wheel, and you can see it again. I don't put that much traction down. My sensitivity is the lowest it can be, just because I can actually like kind of put the brake pedal on, and it can be not brake pedal. I can put the joystick in correctly, and I can then put the throttle nice. But sometimes it doesn't really pick it up, which is really annoying. But yeah, half a second behind Lewis Hamilton. Ocon is on the same tyres as us as well, and he is actually keeping up with us. Obviously, that's just going to be because he's in a quicker car than us. To be fair, the Haas team really showed what they could do in Belgium. Very good qualifying for them. But Lando Norris, being one of the slower cars, is holding everybody up. So we're just going to chuck it down on the inside of Lewis Hamilton and get the pedal to the metal back again. But lap number 5, we skipped the whole thing. Lewis Hamilton has passed us. I don't know why I didn't show that. But we'll move on. And we're going to get balls. Hit the curb, and we've got front wing damage. I'm trying to just clock what the hell I've done.
All right, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think
yeah,
it should
that's
be
going to
okay
be
to
another
continue.
retirement.
It's going to cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly
Because there's no point coming back from that.
at the end of the
Another
race.
retirement, which is really annoying.
Concluded,
Really stupid
join
as
us
well.
next time for qualifying, and of
But
course the main event.
yeah,
This weekend's
you know that
Formula
I'm
One
that
Grand
angry
Prix.
editing this as
We'll
well. I
see
don't
you
even have a
next time.
transition. That is crazy. But sprint, Max won, then Lando, then George and Leclerc, Sonoda, Antonelli, Gasly, Hamilton. Your point scores, and Franco P16. Not bad. I think that's probably getting past a lot of people during that little crash moment. But normal normal one-shot qualifying now. P9, which is really good. We've got a lot of that ERS saved up, hugging that white line. I'm going to approach the end of the lap, and we're going to secure P9. So even if it's not a podium place, a pole position, we're in points. We got to think of that. We're in points, ready to rumble, but I ain't really fussed of who's on pole. Let's just go to the grid.
Welcome along then to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the very final corner. And just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. That gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, George Russell and Norris, Gasly, Piastri, Webber and Lewis Hamilton, Sainz, Antonelli, Jack Doohan and Ocon, Albon, Behrman, Lance Stroll and Nico Hulkenberg, Colapinto, Hadjar, Lawson and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
As we approach our grid spot for the race, I was very excited coming into Brazil. Very excited, of course. P9. Got some cars that are quicker than us around us. Got 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Very good launch off the line there. McLarens have definitely brought something to Brazil, as they are really competitive. Lewis Hamilton keeping his foot in. He loves this circuit a lot. We do get that contact, of course, into turn number 1. And where's this pace come from? We're on the softs. A little bit unusual to be on the softs. George Russell just poking Fernando Alonso, a little bit of contact with the wheels, which is not bad. The wheels are fine. But Leclerc taking the front row, not the front row, my apologies, the first place positions at the moment on the opening lap of the Grand Prix. And both Red Bulls are just chilling behind him, waiting to strike it. Because Leclerc is a little bit slower than the Red Bulls, it's going to back them up. And you can kind of see now that Tsunoda's been kind of left in the dust here. And we're going to take advantage of that. Going into the center S's, we are going to really squeeze him. We get a little bit of calm as we get a lot of understeer coming out the corner. But we are going to get the DRS somehow from Max. Weird. Somehow from Max we get the DRS. But lap number 5 here now. Fernando Alonso extremely close. Tyre wear setting in like a madman. And we're going to spin round. We lock everything. Oh. My God, we do get a 5-second penalty, but I respect that, and I kept it in neutral the whole way round just to keep going, because obviously I don't want any more penalties. But you can see we get a little bit too much on the grass, a little bit too much on the curbs, and it's going to be a massive crash. Oh my God, so that's free. That's an Alpine, a Haas, and a Williams out in that carnage. But whoa,
back on track. Let's make the best of this restart.
So it's going to be hard tyres to the end. 11 laps on the hard tyres. I think we're going to. It's either this is lap 7 or we're going on to lap 8. Can't really remember. So lap 7. Lewis Hamilton gets a really good jump. He starts on the mediums, but 3 wide into the center S's. We're going to just pick people off if we can. We do pick Lewis Hamilton off pretty easily. We get another collision with Lewis Hamilton. Let's screw him. But Yuki Tsunoda really lost out. Oh my! Wait, how the hell have we got wearing damage from being behind and sideways? Interesting. So the car's going to be even more harder to drive, and I wouldn't put it past me spinning it. I don't like side pod damage in some circuits, and this one I don't like. Because see much I had to lift then, Yuki Tsunoda just ploughed right through. I hate having to lift through that corner because I love going at it flat out the best I can.
You have damage to the rear diffuser.
So I think
Repeat,
there's
damage to the
definitely
rear
another
diffuser.
spin
Just
coming
be aware.
from myself. We are P6, but okay, my apologies. Up the road, lap number 9, George Russell has a flat tyre. Here's a puncture, so we are going to make a free position. Um, luckily no. Oh my lord, I don't even know what that was. Luckily, no safety car, as we are in a good
Keep on him. He
certain
might
amount
make
of
a
points.
mistake.
But just look at everything. We got engine wear. We scared Lewis Hamilton. He had to lock up then. But look at that. We've got a red triangle. We've got engine wear. We are going through the mud in Brazil just to try and get Mark Webber a point or two. But we do get on the grass a little bit coming out before the penultimate corner. And I told you it was coming. Commentator's curse at its finest. We spin round
Okay,
and
the
there's
safety
nowhere I
car
can
is
go.
out.
I'm not getting my
Safety car
tyres
is out. We need
messy.
to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time.
But yeah, we
Make
do
sure to
get
keep it
another
positive.
safety car. To be fair, I was actually expecting some people to pit. But
Pitting
I
this lap then.
I
Come into the
decided to
pits
go
at
on
the
to
end
the
of this lap.
mediums. I could have gone to softs, but I don't think there is new softs. But yeah, I think the smart way to go is pit. And I didn't realise it at first until it happened. There's no
Okay,
safety
let's go
car queue.
now. Come on. Perfect
So
job
I have
on
to
the
go
turn
round
in there,
again.
mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're
And I
happy with
should
that
have
one.
probably just stayed out. I should have just
Pit
probably
strategy
stayed out
complete.
because, of course, with that I would have been fine. So here it is. Get really on the grass there. I'm still got grass on the tyres. We pushed Lando Norris off, and not even enough curb. We literally just spin round. A very nice spin, to be fair. I'm trying to get. I don't want to reverse it because then obviously we're going to lose positions. So I was taking the risk of a penalty or a safety car, and a safety car it was. And to be fair, I wish I didn't pit because lap number 16,
Let's make sure
there's
those
going to be
tyres
2
are up
laps
to
of
temperature.
racing
Remember,
left.
there's no overtaking
And
until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
yes, we've got fresher tyres, but was it worth losing all of that positions? No, definitely not. But Gabriel Bortolesso is going to be our first victim anyway. And after
flag.
safety car, it's green flag, and we're going to just chuck down our teammate and George Russell straight away. And Isaac Hadjar and Nico Hulkenberg are the next 2 cars we are looking at to pass. Of course, we still got 5 seconds. I don't know why it hasn't been taken off yet. I wish it was taken off during safety car conditions. It would have been so much easier. But we get past Hadjar with a nice little bit of ease.
Good job, nice overtake.
And Nico Hulkenberg is a new car as he's anticipating Albon's braking zones and Lawson's braking zones. And chuck it down the inside of himself. And the next guy is Albon. And of course he's going to be looking at everybody else's braking zones. So it's very, very, very nice to get down the inside of them. But that side post damage is really being a pain in the butt. But we've got Lawson coming up now. Just trying to get Lawson. To be fair, it's going to be a 5-second penalty either way. If I can stick not last,
Okay,
I'm
the stewards
going
now
to take
enabled
it.
DRS.
I'm
DRS
going
is
to
now
take it
online.
because as long as I don't DNF in the next minute, I should be fine. Behrman looks like a person that we're not going to catch at all. I mean, if we do catch him, I'll take it. But P11 as a finishing position is not bad comeback. It's not a bad comeback at all. But at the same time, could we have stuck with points? Could we have just stuck with points? Did we have to spin? I don't think it was my fault. But should we just have stayed out? That's obviously the big question. And side pod damage, I don't know if it would have helped my situation. Didn't really have a chance to test it out. But the man himself again wins. Max Verstappen wins in Brazil. And oh my lord.
And that's the end of the race.
Oh
See you in
my
Parc Fermé.
lord. We finished fine. Do you see that controller drift then? Oh, my heart just sunk.
Checker flag is out. We're going to
My
be
heart
hearing that Dutch
just
national
sunk.
anthem again, because it's
That
victory
controller
from
drift,
Max Verstappen.
or something happened then that I can't explain. I can't even explain because I never do that. I do that in my multiplayer and Grand Prix mode, and never do it in my team. What the hell was that? But the man himself yet again wins. Max Verstappen wins in Brazil. His teammate Yuki Tsunoda, the Red Bull 1-2. Well, a nice little fitting. Webber retired here, and Red Bull show their gratitude. Leclerc, I think, another podium this season. It's either Leclerc or Hamilton. It's one of the two. Leclerc gets another podium for Ferrari this season. And lucky, we're going to be lucky if we didn't DNF. But Lando Norris got that penalty. We're fine. But it was Carlos Ocon doing at DNF. Standings are normal. But 3 more to go. Thank the Lord. I'll see you guys in Viva Las Vegas.